in Melbourne, Australia. I'm nearly halfway through, nearly finished second year, would you believe? Can you believe that? Third year is a bit sketchy at the moment. I need to get my student loan down so I can do next year. But anyway, that's neither here or there. I'm just working my little tail off at the moment, trying to get everything done. I actually came home for today and I went onto Facebook and I found the first 2 episodes of the Sister Wives, the new series on there. Probably officially not in Australia yet. But anyway, I found them and I watched them and I've seen some interpretations of the episodes. And I found the interpretations to be rather sinister and but it was really what stuck out at me is there's a lot of bitterness and sadness from everybody. The only one that seems to be really happy, I think, at the moment is Christine, who's actually left. Everybody else seems to be really sad and upset. And Miriam actually made a really good point where she said that people had said that she's trapped and she's stuck and she couldn't leave. And that she sort of pointed out that the only reason why she hasn't left is that she didn't want to leave. She doesn't have to stay if she doesn't want to stay. And I think that's a really important point because it would seem that they've actually come a fair way from their belief system and however you interpret that. And for them, it's a lot more, they're living more of the way that they want to live. There seems to be a lot of jealousy. I mean, even amongst the kids. You have sibling rivalry in a household, normal household. Put that where there's bigger and bigger, where there's more and more children. And I think then you've got, it expands and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it must be really hard for the younger ones of the family because the older ones have all moved out to really feel like they fit in. So it's a really strange dynamic at the moment. But it just seems to be on a whole. There doesn't seem to be a lot of positivity in the actual show. It's just very negative. You've got Cody, who's bitter, who feels like he's lost control of the family. There's lots of confusion. There's lots of hurt. What I actually like to see really is the whole family in a great big therapy session. That would be interesting, and let everybody talk about the issues that they've got with each other and see if it can be resolved. But I mean, again, there are so many bigger issues at play here. We're talking about empowerment. I mean, there are so many, again, YouTubers that are talking about these women are stuck, but they've been empowered and emboldened to step out of that. And it is actually quite reasonable for them to want to do stuff together because they have children together. I mean, that's what you do when you're a family and you're separated or divorced from a partner. If you've got kids with them, you're usually amicable and you make sure that the kids see the other partner, see the other person, and you try and keep it as normal as you can for them. I don't see anything wrong with that. As for Cody taking the daughter to get her ears pierced, that the background to that was that she asked him. She could only take one person, and she chose him. And again, he may also feel that because he's failed or he's got bad relationships with his other children, that he wants to try and that this relationship that he's got is one that he's going to treasure. See, I don't know. I mean, I could, we can make any story out of anything, but I'm not the type to do that. I'm not the type that's going to make up stuff just because it's great television viewing. Or I'm not going to speculate because, But it seems to be that, I guess, in some ways, as sad as it is, he wants to try and be a good dad. And that there is, I think they talk about, both Janelle and Christine talk about how he was such a hands-on dad when he was little. So why wouldn't it be why isn't it a bad thing that he's still wanting to be a hands-on dad if that's what he was? As I said, there seems to be a lot of bitterness, there's a lot of jealousy. I mean, that happens, as I said, that happens in regular families. This isn't just a plural marriage thing, and particularly where you've got split families or step families, there's always a power imbalance too, with the birth parent and the step parent and the kids feel that they, can manipulate or turn the step parent against the biological parent. There's all of these balances that happen in real life. So, I think in my opinion, there's lots of people that are getting on their high horse about things in the show that for me are just, well, it's just real life, it's just what happens because that's what happens. So anyway, that's really what I wanted to say. And it's definitely some interesting stuff. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll